Welcome everybody. I am Mahesh representing Vedabi Global Services, a specialist in providing support and services in BI and EPM space. We provide pre-sale support, health checkup and optimization, installation configuration, upgrade migration, support and maintenance, and end-to-end implementation. Today my webinar agenda is to understand about HFM features, HFM architecture, dimensions, managing applications, metadata, member lists, and journals. So let's start with the HFM features and its advantages. So the HFM system is a dedicated financial report consolidation tool. The consolidation means here consolidation means a consolidation of financial statement. So consolidated financial statements are the financial statements of a group in which the assets, liabilities, income and expenses of the parent and its subsidiaries are presented as those of a single economic entity. That means one group consolidated financial statement covers all financial transactions happen within the group, and it gives consolidated results. The another feature of the HFM is like the HFM system being a multidimensional facilities drill down analysis in the various hierarchies of its dimension, such as timeline, firm, customers, products, accounts. The system performs the automatic calculations required for the consolidated financial reports, excuse me, capital and investment elimination. That means it automatically calculates and it eliminates the investment and capital things like equity, profit elimination, allocation of the original differences, minority calculations. Minority in the sense uh, the parent holds shares in subsidiaries, and uh, if it holds 100% shares, that means it holds 100% rights, and if it holds let's say 50 or 60% and remaining 40% is outsiders, that we call it as minority. So that calculations taken care of by these systems also. All of the management and financial reports like balance sheet, profit and loss statement, cash flow statements can automatically be produced with the system using its various tools. Also, it supports whether we require the user can intervene in the process by posting additional manual adjustments. So next slide is about HFM product architecture. The product architecture financial management uses a multi-tier architecture that includes a client tier and application tier and a database tier. The client tier basically contains the user interface. It communicates with the application tier. The primary function of the client tier is to display, enter and maintain data, to manage metadata. The application tier contains the application, the report, the web servers. The web server enables you to access the web-based portion of the financial management. The application server contains the financial intelligence and connection to the relational database and OLAP engine. It also contains architect for managing metadata. That means it communicates with the client tier as well as data tier. The data tier contains the relational database for financial management, metadata and source data. So now next slides we start with dimensions. So dimensions is basically Financial management provides 8 system-defined dimensions and an unlimited number of custom dimensions that you can apply to accounts. Dimensions describe an organization data and usually contain groups of related members. So dimensions are year dimensions. The year dimension represents the fiscal or calendar year for data. As its name suggests, year means any calendar year or fiscal years. It depends upon country to country and regulatory authority of the concerned countries, because some countries follow Jan as a starting year, and some countries follow April as a start for the year, fiscal year. Period dimensions. The period dimension represent time periods such as quarters and months. View dimensions. The view dimension represents like how you want to data to view. So the view dimension represents various modes of calendar, for example, periodic year to date and quarter to date frequencies. Entity dimensions. Entities can represent overall organization structure, and it also represents divisions, subsidiaries, plant, region, countries, legal entities, business unit, departments. Entities, as I mentioned, represents organization structure. It depends on like company's policy, so how they can decide structures of the organization, like if they want data by divisions or by subsidiaries or by plant wise or by uh, various country wise, region wise, they can do so. Scenario dimensions. Scenario dimensions represents a set of data such as budget, actual or forecast. For example, the actual scenario can contain data from GL or general ledger reflecting past and current business operations. Actual scenario, that means like all all accounting data is basically historical basis, so it it included in general ledger, and general ledger represents actual data. If you want some scenarios from budget, so you can do so. So if we create a budget scenario, in that you include all budgeted and budgeted data, like how you can present the budget, so like your planning and your budgeting details. Account dimensions. Accounts store financial data for entities and scenarios in an application. Each account has a type such as revenue or expense. It depends, like let's say salary. Salary is expense for particular GL. So we can say that the particular under the group of expense, salary comes in. Let's say sales. So sales comes in under the revenue. Assets, any kind of fixed assets or liabilities. So in account dimension, account stores financial data for entities and scenarios in an application. Intercompany dimensions. The intercompany dimensions represents all intercompany balances that exist for an account. It is a reserve dimensions that is used in combination with account dimensions as well as any other custom dimensions. Uh, Intercompany dimensions, I want to add one more thing here, like uh, in a group there are multiple entities, like they deal each other, like they buy one product from another entity which is like in a group, or they give some amount of loan to other entity. So that is called intercompany dimensions. Financial management can track and eliminate intercompany transaction details across account and entity. So there are separate module in HFM to track intercompany transactions and eliminate intercompany transactions through that. Value dimensions. The value dimension represents the different types of value stored in your application and include the input currency, parent currency, adjustments and consolidation details such as proportion, elimination and contribution details. So next slide is about managing applications. So an application consists of a set of entities, account scenario and other dimensions that we use together. Okay, while managing applications, we start with creating application profiles. Then we need to create application by using workspace, and also we need to register applications by using workspace there. So how we can create application profile? I just show you some slides. While creating application through HFM, so we need to go to define application profile. So once you click on that, you will find the screen like this. So there you find two options like create a new application profile or select from an existing application profile. So if you want to create, so you select create a new application profile first, then you click on next. After that you need to select English as a language, so you can select as per your language mode. Okay. After selecting language, there are multiple options like if you want to select other languages also, so there is options provided. Okay. After that you will find to selection of time periods, like if how we can show that as a calendar. So you select quarters, months. So there is options provided, or there is another options custom calendar. If you want to create your own calendars, you can create there. So you need to give starting year also. After that you will have to provide how much year of that particular application relates to. After you click next, you will find the frequencies like quarter to date, year to date. YTD means year to date, quarter to date, month to date. If you select also, if you want to include half years also, so you can include it. If you click include half years, so you will find in frequencies also HFT. After you select next, click on next, you will find period. That means so whatever periods you want details like quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, or if you want to include half year also, you can include that. So after doing this process, next slide will be like uh, to select custom dimensions. So there are two default dimensions required to be selected. It is like mandatory to select at least two custom dimensions, because two custom dimensions, one is for from currency and another for to currency. After that you save your application profile, and once it is created, so you will have to log into workspace, and through workspace you will have to create application by putting HFM cluster and all details, and after that you need to register that. So uh, in this slide we will understand about metadata. You create metadata for applications by defining dimensions, Metadata is defined as structural element of application that describe and store data. In short, metadata is data about data or description of the data. For example, while creating metadata, you need to give dimension name, member names, properties, exchange rates, security. You can define metadata for classic financial management application in two ways. Create an application XML or app metadata file and load it to an application. And another option is like use metadata manager to create an XML or app app metadata to and load it to an application. So let's see here. So while loading metadata, you will have to go to first select your application, then go to consolidation. Once you go to consolidation, select load. In load, you will have to select application element. In application element, you will find two options, like you can load security files as well as metadata files. So here you will find metadata. So you will have to browse your metadata file. You can load here, and after loading you can start your work on that dimensions, or you can modify also. Okay, so how to, and as I mentioned, like there are two options. One is like loading metadata and another is creating metadata manually. So by using manage metadata, you can create metadata, like let's select account dimensions. In account dimensions, you know that there are various members like net profit, assets, liabilities, and others also. Okay, so just see this slide. You can find in net profit, you will find member attributes such as member name, description we need to give. We'll have to select account type. So as we mentioned earlier also, there are various types of account like revenue, expense, assets, liabilities. We need to define that here. Okay, then whether that amount is calculated, and how much decimal places you want, so you can select also. So by using manage metadata, you can create members to particular dimension. So now we move to the slide for a member list. There are two types of member list used in financial management. One is a system defined member list and another is user defined member list. After an application is created and metadata is loaded, the system generates system defined member list such as children of a specified parent, all base members of a specified dimensions. Children in the sense like as we see in previous slide, net profit. Let's take an example of this. So in net profit there are childs also, like expense, revenues. Okay, so net profit is child for account and account is parent for this. And if we consider revenues and expenses, for revenues and expenses, net profit is parent and revenues and expenses are child for net profits. So these are the things like okay, so uh, let's take this example again. Children of a specified parent, all base members, like all base members in the sense the base members is like which data is included. Okay, so system defined member lists are enclosed in brackets like descendants. So how we can uh, see that? Okay, let's take this slide as an example. Okay, so while selecting the members in a grid, so let's see here. So there are system defined dimensions like hierarchy, descendants, children, base, system, ancestor. Okay, so the uh, members mentioned in the bracket is called as system defined member list, and the members is like profit and loss, assets. It is not a system defined, it is like, we can say, it's user defined member list. So as we mentioned that system defined member list and user defined member list are two types of member list. So hierarchies, descendant, children, base, system, ancestor, parents, so which included in the brackets, we called them as a system defined member list, and these are created one by using VB script. Okay, so we now understand these journals. Journals is basically used for making adjustment to the transactions loaded earlier, because we cannot make changes once the transactions is over or once the transaction is submitted, because there are certain process we cannot go back and delete the transactions. We need to make certain adjustments through journal. So in HFM, like we create the journal by using consolidation menu, and in consolidation we need to select journal, manage, and once you do that, so you will find create journal screen. So you can see this. Okay, so in that you will have to put label name. You will have to select balance type like balanced, regular, or unbalanced type. Then security class also need to be mentioned, and you can post your journal, whatever the transactions you want to post you can post here. But one thing I just wanted to add here again is like, unless the period is open for particular month, you cannot post this journal. And while posting the journal, there are certain steps we need to follow. First we need to save it. After saving, you need to submit it for approval. Okay, once it is approved you can post it, or otherwise if you want any changes you unpost it and again start procedure from same as earlier. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for participating in the webinar. We will look forward to see you again in the upcoming webinar for Vedavi Global Services. Please contact us for any query related to BI EPM space. To email and contact mobile is available on contact us.